I'm just going to share some things that have crossed my journey this week. I'm in week 3 of my course, Tapping Into Pain and Why. Let's start with why, because that's popping up for me. My friend Matt and I had this conversation. We came to somewhat of a conclusion within a certain area of why, where it doesn't matter in our opinion. That there's a certain point, I found myself asking why I have to do something, why I should do this thing, and it's honestly a great question. It can be a great question when used properly. But at a certain point, for me, as I build my relationship with God, where why is irrelevant, where God puts these opportunities in my life, God puts these things in front of me, and I could sit here and I could continue the question and ask why I should do it, or I should just show up and do the thing and not question it and just get it done and learn from it and create clarity within that action. Why can also be powerful. Yes, I understand. You know how many times I've asked why, or I've had a conversation with someone and I've just sat there and I've just asked why like 15 times in a row just to see, like, just to let them talk. I'll just sit there and they say something, I'm like, why? And then they just keep diving deeper, and then eventually they just bring everything to the surface. So it can be a powerful framework and used the right way. But at a certain point in your journey, as you grow a relationship with God, and my beliefs on God is not separate from me. God is within me. I'm an expression of God. So you almost need to trust yourself. You need to trust God that these things just need to get done. It's not always going to be clear. This is me talking out loud to myself, I hope you know, and just sharing conversations I've had with God lately and over this last week. It's not always going to be clear. It doesn't have to be clear. But you need to respect and listen to what your body is telling you. There's not always a fancy answer to what you're looking for. There usually is not, actually. Hardly ever is there. This is where tapping into pain comes into. Why in tapping into pain? Tapping into pain is tapping into where you're uncomfortable within your life. Now, there is, let's say, a non-duality approach to things where everything's kind of just like this, right? There's no good or bad or anything like that, and that's great. I've found a lot of peace within that, and there is a way to operate within that I think I haven't unlocked yet to explain it fully to you. And I haven't found a way to exist within that space, within that frequency quite yet. But we are also human beings. We are also human beings. We are spiritual beings in human bodies. And pain is part of our life. Discomfort is a signal in our life that we use to stay alive, to stay alert, to push us to do things. And if you are uncomfortable, like I am uncomfortable in my life, I said earlier, as I was writing, maybe a few days ago, I just wrote, I'm comfortably uncomfortable within my life. And I had this conversation with Matt, my buddy, and he kind of agreed. It's like, you're just so, you're at such a peaceful, like, connected place within, but yet it feels like everything around you is falling apart in like such a beautiful way. And you go through these intense seasons where you're just getting thrown around, and life continues to test you and build you and build you and build you, and you're comfortable in that discomfort. And that's where I'm at. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been in this position for probably a very, very long time, but deep in my spirituality within the last like 3 years almost. Yeah, probably 3 years. Where you're just so uncomfortable. Like, you keep going deeper, you keep unlocking certain things, and this experience keeps intensifying. This is all coming back to why. I'm just talking at this point, but it all comes back into why and tapping into pain. Week 3 of where I'm at. This pain has been such a beautiful part of this experience for me. And I remember asking, literally earlier today, I'm like, at what point do I stop diving into these cycles where these highs and these lows? It's not that necessarily my life changes a ton, or my relationships change, or my actions change a ton. But at what point do I stop going into these cycles, and what point do I stop looking into the pain more and more? And I think there is some truth in that. There is some truth that I tend to look. I ask God almost every day, like, make me stronger, like, I'm here. Whatever it takes, I will do it. I will face whatever. And oftentimes I'm almost looking for it. And that's great and all, and I think that truly plays a season, or at least it's played a season for me, but at some point, you don't bypass it, but you almost stop looking for it. You almost stop playing into it so much. You allow yourself to feel everything, of course. That's the most beautiful part about this experience, is you get to go through these amazing cycles and unlock certain levels within yourself and share with other people. But it doesn't mean you have to go looking for it all the time. Because think about this. Next week in my course is Vision and Goals. If I was to write out these vision and goals, and my vision and goals were, my attention was solely focused on the negative, the dark, the heavy, the weight, things I can improve, that's all I would see. And if that was my vision and goals, my life would align with that, and I would slowly work towards that. I would make sure to stay in alignment with that. Like these YouTube videos, I made the commitment about a month ago, I'm gonna make a YouTube video every single day. And I shifted my life, my day-to-day life, around making these videos. And I make sure I get these videos done, because that's my vision, that's my goal, it's part of me, and I'm in alignment with that now. So there's part of bringing the pain to the surface, sitting with it, facing it, not judging it by any means, not attaching to it, not over consuming yourself in it, because I've been there too, where the pain is almost addicting. What's the word? The loathing, like you just are soaking it up and you're sitting in it. It almost gets comfortable in there, because you get used to it. But we need to bring that pain to the surface, because it tells a story for us. We need to face that, and we need to see, okay, if this is something that causes pain in my life, and I'm repeating this habit over and over again, I should probably change that. It's probably not in alignment with who God put me here to be, who my expression of God. Probably not in alignment. You should listen to that pain. If you didn't like a certain way you lived in the past, or you didn't like how a certain relationship unfolded in the past, you should probably learn from that and build a different foundation. So stop running from your pain, sit with it, and help it, allow it to be part of finding your center, what you want and what you don't want. And it's not selfish, or it's not weak either, to create a life for you where that isn't your story anymore. I've almost found, like, I'm almost addicted to it at times, where I feel strength from just being able to sit in it and embody it and just still show up. Nah, let's use this to redirect. Use this pain to redirect you. Tap into it. Bring all of this blocked energy, this pain energy, this dark energy, that dark energy, yes. All of it. Bring it to the surface. Face it. If that's where you're at, like, use it almost. Like, change your life. Now, I'm not saying attach yourself to those old stories or that pain in your body and these emotions and those limiting beliefs. Don't attach yourself to any of this, the good or bad. Especially the fear, the sadness, the anger. Don't attach yourself to it. But if it's there, bring it to the surface, face it, and almost work through it. Watch that pain, watch that anger, that sadness, that fear become light by showing up no matter what, by embodying something that can't be broken. Now the why. The why, you remember how I said it almost doesn't matter? Why is a powerful framework to dig deeper when you're in that season or you're in that type of self-reflection. But at a certain point, like I said, the why is irrelevant. God has put you here with these abilities, with this path, with these talents, with these people around you. It doesn't matter why. It doesn't. Like, you don't have to know how it all unfolds or the exact purpose behind any of it. God put you here. God is trying to express through you and shine through you. Allow it to happen. Don't go and continue to question this and hold back on your action and your service and living a certain way and freeing yourself of becoming that person. That person you know you've always felt is within you. Stop playing small. The thing that keeps coming back over and over this week is stop playing small. You want to know why? You want to know why you should do it? It's like the video I made yesterday. Because what's best for you is best for other people. You showing up for yourself is the best thing. That's why. Because you actually growing a pair and taking a shot is the best thing you can do. It's you not playing small anymore is the best gift you can give this world. If you really want to know why, is God put you here for a reason. God put these gifts, this light within you. That's why. What are you waiting for? Man, I'm talking to myself as well. I hope you know this. I'm not just attacking you by any means, but use this as a wake-up call in your life. As I'm saying these words to myself, it feels like a wake-up call to me as well. I don't have it all figured out, man. Far from it. I'm just sharing this as I go and as I continue to dive deeper and try to unlock things within myself, because I'm so freaking tired of playing this game within a fucking box. And if you feel the same way, at what point do we give ourselves permission to do something about that? At what point do we say, I can't do this anymore? It brings me so much pain to sit here and live this way and not take the shot, not take the risk, to live in fear, to play small. It brings me more pain living this way than it could ever anything else. That it could ever to fail on something, to miss 1,000 shots in a row. I'd rather miss 1,000 shots in a row than continue to play small and live in regret the rest of my life. That's how I feel right now. And it's okay to feel that. It's okay to be uncomfortable. And it's okay to be comfortable within that uncomfort too, within that discomfort. It's okay to feel all these things and still love yourself. It's okay. It's okay to feel all these things and still have moments in your life where you feel complete bliss, complete freedom, complete alignment. It's okay. It's okay. You're okay. There's highs and there's lows. Go with the flow. Man, that's how I feel. When you wake up, it's like, what am I gonna do today? What am I doing? What am I gonna make out of this life? I've lived a certain way my whole life, and I'm not minimizing the amazing life I have or the things I've done, but none of that shit matters to me, dog. None of that. Like, yeah, I know you gotta acknowledge wins, like, for real. That's something I need to be better at. You need to celebrate this thing, celebrate life, celebrate all of this, celebrate this moment here with me right now. But when you're in it, bro, all you see is like that gap. All you see is like, I ain't even touching my potential right now. And that ain't a bad thing. It's not bad to be uncomfortable. It's not bad to feel these emotions. That's where so many people get wrong, and then these emotions do become their story or attachment. Yo, if there's a moment where you feel anger come up, yo, feel that anger, let it process, like, cool. But man, like, let's do this thing. Like, no more playing small. That's how I'm feeling right now, is no more playing small. You're never gonna have it all figured out. There's always gonna be more. There's always gonna be more, and that's okay. But that always is gonna be more thing is kind of an illusion. That always gonna be more and I can never touch it, that's kind of a lie we tell ourselves. That is us. We embody all of that charge, all of that energy, all of that light. We embody God. We are not separate. We never have been. So as you go through this and you tap into that pain, let it come to the surface. Let it fuel you. Let it be something that charges you to change your life, because there has to be a signal. There has to be something. There has to be some type of signal into your body, into you, that this is not who I am. This is not how I live. And there's a different type of pain. There's a pain when it comes to you are working towards something greater, and you will sacrifice a lot of other things to make sure that happens, and that could be perceived as pain as well, but that's a whole different thing. You know what this pain really is? When I talked about respect and I want to feel a certain way when I make these videos and I look at myself in the mirror, so I want to feel whole. I want to feel that peace within. And that doesn't take, this is going to be interesting to try to explain. That doesn't take me unlocking something in my life or doing something per se. Doesn't mean I need to make a certain amount of money or have a certain amount of followers or serve a certain amount of people to feel that way within myself. I could feel that way right now if I give myself that grace and permission, because I'm never separate from that feeling. But there is a way to live in alignment. This pain is trying to tell you something. This pain is saying, yo, we're over here right now. This doesn't really feel good. This isn't where you should be right now. There's a disconnect between you and your higher self and the expression of God through you. There's a gap. Let's close that gap. If you keep staying within that gap, it's going to be uncomfortable, and it's only going to compound and get worse for you. Let's do something about it. Let's live in alignment. Like, use that pain as a good thing. And the more you live in alignment, like, that's where it's like truly revealed. You can't just I'm not saying you have to action yourself into wholeness or abundance or bliss or anything like that, or pure connection with God and that light and that love. You don't need to action your way into it by any means, but you must live in alignment. It's like, how are you gonna feel that way within yourself if you're putting these dirty foods in your body that your body cannot digest and process and is weighing you down energetically, or you're not moving your body and releasing these stored emotions and opening yourself up and, you know, connecting and creating that space to feel that wholeness, to feel that peace. Like, you can't just be a couch potato, bro, that does nothing for yourself and expect everything to be cool and expect yourself to feel good. This is why I think Jesus can be a very powerful framework for looking at your life. We're not going to dive into Christianity or Jesus or my beliefs on that or anything, but we're simply going to use Jesus as a framework to look at. Was Jesus just doing nothing? Was Jesus just bumming? And when I say bumming, it's about alignment. Because everyone's alignment looks and feels so different. That's why you can never project onto someone. But it's about living in alignment. Jesus was doing the necessarily things to take care of himself, to show up for himself, to unlock that certain frequency, to show up for those certain people, listening to God, spending time in silence, and taking action and living a life of service, like, and protecting his sexual energy and using that sexual life force energy as a charge for life. Like, there's certain things you must do. And that's what I've been diving into over the last 3 years, and I feel like I can actually say I could help you with that. It feels weird saying that out loud, but there's certain practices, there's certain habits, there's certain little things you can do for yourself to unlock these certain states, to keep you grounded, to keep you centered, to keep your body in that healing state. And it's not like you even need these practices or anything, but they're such a powerful tool to recharge and keep you in alignment and keep you within that state you want to operate out of. And then it comes back to, oh yeah, I'm never disconnected from that. I'm never out of that place. Only thing is, sometimes I attach myself to the illusion that I am separate from that. So really, these practices, these things are a way to pull you back into God within yourself. And it's such a fun journey, truly. It's so intense, but it's the coolest thing ever. When you have these little like hits, when you have these little moments, when you get to make a video like this, when you get to talk to someone at the gym or just look at someone and just acknowledge them, or when you get to fuel your body and then go for a walk with God and just listen, and then, you know, talk to someone you wouldn't normally talk to, and just those little things. That's what makes this so beautiful. So week 3, tapping into pain and why. Bring it all to the surface. Get real about that pain. Allow that pain to redirect you, perhaps. If you're feeling extremely uncomfortable with a certain area of your life, because I'll be honest with you, my life is like, financially is probably one of the the only areas I'm actually uncomfortable with in my life. My body feels good. My mind feels good. Just my relationship with God is just continuing to evolve. My friendships are good. My family dynamic, like everything is good. But there is a growing discomfort within the financial area for me. And part of me thinks I needed this complete reset to get to this point where I used to make good money doing something that didn't align with me at all. I decided to let go of all of that, completely reset. All of that money has been removed from my life at this point, and it feels like I'm resetting, completely clear slate. And it's a crazy thing because it feels awesome for me. The only thing I feel is like almost outside pressure of people in my life who are looking in and like, you gotta do something, you got like, what's going on? And to me, it's like, y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea the foundation God is laying in my life right now. The way God is testing me and building me up, that when this moment comes, I am prepared to show up. That when this moment comes right here, I'm ready to have this conversation with you and share these things. You know, I know I talk a lot, but if you were to actually listen and apply this to yourself and put yourself through this energy I'm bringing forward, it's so healing. It really is, because I can feel it within myself, and I know I wouldn't be sitting here with you if God didn't want me here making this video. I would not be sitting here. It wouldn't be worth my time almost. But tap into the pain, bring it to the surface, let it redirect you into alignment. Your why is something greater than you could ever understand. So stop searching for the why and focus on the relationship with God, which is an expression of you that you are not separate from. So ultimately it comes to trusting God, but also in one with that, trusting yourself, since you are not separate from God, trusting who you are, how you want to show up, what do you want to do, what's your dream, what's your vision. We'll be diving into that next week. I've already dabbled and spent some time within that week, but I'm re-going through this course myself, and things just keep coming to the surface. It's such an interesting thing. So what could you take away from this video? That's up to you ultimately. But I would say stop running, stop hiding from the pain, stop playing so small, stop living in fear, and let's do something. Let's do something about it. And I'm not saying here saying you need to do this or that in your life, or your life is completely upside down, but there might be certain areas within yourself of how you're showing up that you want to change. So if that's uncomfortable, let's do something. Let's make that change. I can help you. I've made so many deep-rooted changes within myself over my lifetime at this point, and I'm continuing to evolve. That's the thing about me, is I'm not going to just sit there and tell you what to do, but I'm going to go through it with you. I'm going to continue to rise up with you and share what I'm going through. I'm not just sitting on the sideline pointing fingers of you should do this, you should do that, but I'm really walking this every single freaking day. And if you know me, you know that's the truth. And that can also be uncomfortable. That path is uncomfortable. But when that pain gets you to that point, you know where to find me. I'm not going to hold your hand. I'm not going to tell you what to do or how to live or what you should want or what you have to do or anything like that. But I'll be a mirror to you. I'll create a space for you to evolve and grow, to take that next step. So if that interests you, message me at my Instagram, devin.embacher. It'll be down below in the description. Let's go. It's not a bad thing to be uncomfortable. It's not a bad thing to be comfortable within the uncomfortable. It's not a bad thing to love who you are right now, even if you're not completely where you're at. It's okay not to love who you are right now. Stop judging all of this. Allow things to be what they are. Allow your feelings to be what they are. If you're uncomfortable, you want to do something about it, let's do something about it. If you're not uncomfortable and you're just cruising in life, let's keep building. Let's continue to grow. And the thing is, there's been times in my life where the change wasn't rooted in pain, where I'm just building, I'm stacking, boom, 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 I got momentum, I'm stacking. But there's also times where that pain needs to redirect you and reshift you into alignment. So wherever you're at, let's keep going. Let's be limitless. Let's take 1,000 of them joints, 1,000 of them, 1,000 shots a day. Let's keep shooting. You got this thing. Let's roll.